Good morning, blue solar storms. Second take for today. First one was yesterday's episode, which I did miss to make yesterday. I did not missed it, but I just didn't get the time. Or I didn't take the time. I chose to do other things. Solar storm. I don't know if I can do it. This is activating me. My solar plexus is expanding and pushing my rib cage out to the sides, like to a point where, since I'm exhaling, it's pulling my intestines up into my heart. Lol. Whew. Oh. Doing the mirror just now was easy. Doing the storm now is intense. Of course, I could repress this, but I'm not. So I'm experiencing this solar storm in my body. The last 2 days or so I have spent with a very strong focus on abandoning judgment. Just letting it be. So, and then I can see the result. I'm a little bit impressed right now with the speed of manifestation. Often it's too slow, but right now it seems pretty intense because I observe in this experience of this solar storm, solar blue storm, inside my body system, whatever's happening, I observe how the judgment wants to kick in. Is this good? Is this bad? What is this? Analyze, check it out. And it's like, no. Maybe it's my scientific mind that wants to analyze, but it just doesn't get to right now. It's like, no. And it's a bit of a challenge for me occasionally, and in this moment too. It's not a difficult challenge, but it's a bit of a challenge. We still have the yellow lunar human in this wave spell. It's a bit of a challenge to just observe this happening. And I'm thinking, like, what are you doing? How long is this going to take? I mean, we're talking seconds here, right? But my mind is like, what if you're here for too long and people get bored? And another part of my mind is like, what are you talking about? We're not here for the people. We're here to have some fun. And off goes the monkeys through the bushes and the trees of my mind. It's cute. It's kind of cute. It's like they're little babies. The older I'm getting, the more I'm becoming that grown-ass monkey mama sitting under the tree watching the little ones play like crazy. And I'm like, yeah, this is good. Life is good. And there's some other little one crawling my back and picking my fleas, and another little one suckling my teeth and whatever. It's like a beautiful image. I can just sit here. But I don't become arthritic because I still move. I still move, I still play, I still go through the trees just like those kitties. But when I do it, it has more gravity. It's like, yeah, man, we need strong branches for our swings. These little ones, they can go out on a limb. If they fall, no big deal. We don't go out on a limb. We know exactly which trees and which branches support us. We don't take no chances. Solar storm. I don't want to do it. Oh my God, resistance. Whew. I got goose flesh all over. Like, oh wow, I've got the power of the no inside me, like, boom, you're not going anywhere. But that's not the same as I don't want to go anywhere. Boy, this is a full body experience, my gosh. What can I talk about? The storm to me personally is very significant. It's my own analog, significant because my own analog kin is the energy most like myself, my best friend, my support. I'm in love with the storm. Like, yeah, we are good. I am its support. And we are in this wave spell of the blue monkey. Now, who is I am? The I am that I am is the I am that you are. And it manifests itself tomorrow in the wave spell of the blue monkey. And it doesn't manifest itself tomorrow. It just means tomorrow we learn that our consciousness is always at the level is of the inner child, of the illusion and the magic, the monkey, the way we can be the human that we express, the challenges we express come from the monkey, come from the inner child. When two adults fight, it's two children crying for their mommy. Whatever. I mean, I can really, I don't want to belittle this, but it's like, it's serious. And when the mommy comes in 2 days' time, Red Dragon, she dissolves all the problems. You know, I remember when I was a child, I had a lot of nightmares, terrible nightmares. And worse than the nightmare was traveling through the apartment from my bed to my parents' bed. That was a passage through hell. There were demons everywhere, monsters everywhere. I stood by the door and waited for my courage to run through the lounge. Oh, I don't know. I want to go back there and just take that child and I don't even want to change anything. I just want to watch her. Because for some reason, this is like another kind of birth canal. Like, yeah, you got to go through that. I can't walk with you. You got to face that fear. And when I got to my parents, everything disappeared. I remember making faces like, nah, 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 at my nightmares, at the monsters. They couldn't touch me. I was in the bed of I knew they could not touch me. They couldn't do anything. I couldn't conjure up fear if I tried. It didn't work. It wasn't possible. I was safe. Solar storm. Pulse, realize intention. Realize intention. I can say a lot about a lot, but I don't feel like it. Do I have to give in, or do I get to give in to just what I feel like? Or am I beholden to a pattern or a system or an obligation? In this case, I'm not beholden to anything. Nothing at all. I come here by volition. I come here for my own joy. I come here to share joy, to share life, to share my opinions, Oh, dangerous. You should not be sharing opinions. Something says you don't have a right. And something else says, you know what, fuck off. I do. This is my space. Whatever I do here, as long as YouTube doesn't stop me. Love you, YouTube. We have the wind, the moon, and the sun here, and we have solar storm. I don't know enough about solar storms to make a treatise about it now. I wish I did, and I should, because it has a lot to do with me, and I believe it has a lot to do with us. The sun has a lot to do with us, and her storms, and her magnetism, and the light she, or he, or it produces. I associate it as a she because of the German. There's dishonest, the feminine pronoun. It's a she. Funnily enough, I associate the moon with she because in English it's a she, so they're all she's. The nourishing principle of the sun is feminine. But there's something very masculine also, of course, about the sun, which is, I don't know what it is, but there's something masculine about the sun. Consciousness, fire, it's a very active yang energy. And in the storm, it meets its own moon, because the moon is planetary in the wave spell of the sun, tone 10. So our consciousness reflects itself and manifests itself, is determined by the monkey and the inner child, and that determines our flow in life. It determines how we feel. It determines what we remember and how we remember. It determines our memory. You can map the passage of dementia here, and you can map its healing. But it's like we have these very serious illnesses on the planet because we're never addressing the cause of the illnesses when they're mild. And we don't have a health system that endeavors to keep us healthy, to keep us in balance, to help us retain a healthy balance and notice very quickly when we're out of balance. And then correct it gently. I'm investigating a little bit of TCM, traditional Chinese medicine, so I will not likely get into acupuncture because I don't want to put needles into anyone. It's like, no, but who knows? I get it though. I mean, I get it. And I bought a bunch of these tiny, tiny golden metal balls. They're gold covered. They're super small. They're like less than a millimeter wide, I think. And you put them on a little plaster. You can get them already made, like with a plaster. And you put them onto acupuncture points on the ears. They're called ear seeds. And yeah, man, amazing stuff. I got a bunch of them on my ears, and it's like, yeah, painful sleeping, but it's really working something. And it's like, it's non-invasive. There's no negative side effects. You find the point that hurts and you stick a ball on it. And you massage it, and it corrects, or it links the area, the organ in the brain, in the body, and puts it back into alignment. And we don't do that for generations. How out of alignment? I mean, my gosh, what are we expecting from 1 or 2 or 3 sessions of acupuncture? Like, it's not possible. But we have intention. The tone 9, the solar tone. You know, if a tree has grown really gnarly and maybe shaped by the wind, you're not ever going to get it to grow straight again. But it balances itself. It's fine. Until comes climate change, the wind stopped, the tree is like, oh, I have to imbalance on one side. Who knows? Maybe not. Maybe it says like, oh yeah, now I can relax. But with us, it's not too unlike that, and yet we do have neuroplasticity. So it's kind of like knowing what can I change, what can't I change, and how long will the change take, and what do I need to leave for next lifetime when I come back with a fresh body where I'm malleable and blah, 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 Play-Doh again, Play-Doh, and can shape myself again from scratch. And we do well to be clear on our intentions and not despair that we can't fulfill some of them in this life, because we will in the next life. And it's good to communicate with our next life, with our next incarnation. Now well, I was going to say it presupposes time or linear events. It may not, and either way it can work. Your next incarnation is happening now anyways, or now, so you communicate with it through now. Why are thoughts faster than the speed of light? Because we're bending space. You don't need to be faster than the speed of light, you just need to bend space. If 3,000 light years from here, you take that point, you bring it right up to yourself, you take one step, you're there. You don't need to travel at the speed of light, you just bend space-time. I mean, hello. It's not that difficult. Doing it is another story. But even that, I think we do it all of the time. We just don't know it. And we just don't know it. We've trapped ourselves in linearity. And what a trap that one is. What a trip. It's a trip trap. Maybe it's a bad trip. I don't know. It's not a bad trip. Linear time is fine. Oh, that's divine. Yeah, intention, realizing. And to also realize whatever we're experiencing right now, we have intended. And I hear a lot of people like, no, I've not. How dare you? Uh-huh, I dare. And you'll figure it out for yourself in time. Of course you didn't intend to have that asshole be that asshole in your life in that asshole-ish way, excuse my French. Of course, nobody does. But some chain of events and intentions have led you there, have led you to that place and time, to that person, and to their and that you're a receiver of, or an interpreter of their actions as being asshole-ish. So I don't know, to me we can't shirk that responsibility. We can try. Flow, moon, fire, life, enlightened, sun, and the analog, moon in the antipode, and the wind and the occult, spirit, wind that fans the flames, the wind that turns the heat into evaporating waters and carries it up into the sky to create a cloud cover, to bring rain. The whole system is self-existing. So beautiful, it's so elegant. The earth does it herself. If you need rain, you can communicate with the earth and say, please, we need rain. If it doesn't hurt anyone else, could you manifest rain? And if she can, she will. I was about to say I feel sorry for our plants and the house plants. They are so at the mercy of us watering them. Their root growth is limited to the pot They just don't get to touch other people's roots. But I guess they're domesticated. They come from ancestors who are domesticated. They don't know anything else, I suppose. But sometimes we take something from the wild. Here's a judgment again. As I'm thinking that the plant might have a problem. Maybe they don't. Maybe they're like, thank you, this is nice. We can just chill. Water comes when it comes. I mean, I'm looking at this huge tree out there. It can grow its roots deeper and deeper and deeper, seeking water, seeking water. We don't know how deep it is. We see a whole dry season and the tree is still green. How deep are the roots that it drinks from a well so deep? And we see people who flourish in difficult times, who are joyful and peaceful. They drink from a well so deep. They drink from the source of eternal nourishment. Yeah. May we grow our roots so deep that we may always find the nourishment we need. Whether it's mental, emotional, spiritual, playful, intellectual, understanding things, experiencing things, financial. Do we need deep financial roots? I don't know. Finance is a weird thing. Finance is a weird thing. How do we see this in the future? What has made it this weird thing? As a medium of exchange, it makes sense. If all you have is a lot of potatoes, but you need something from someone who already has potatoes, how are you going to get that something from them when all you can give is potatoes and they already have potatoes? So you need to have this means of, I give you this because this you can trade with someone else. A token. That's what money is. We've turned it into something else. But all right, where are we turning it to next? How are we going to be? So this, I think we're going to have a systemic change. You know, I'm going to say one last thing. We often hear when we talk about, back to the AI and the job loss, or the loss of meaning, or when people will receive, what is this compensation, the universal income, and you can see how our minds are tuned. For so many of us, that immediately brings up a problem. Like, then what? What's going to motivate people? Or they're going to just sit around, or there's like this, or there's like that. There's the problems. And the funny thing is, we have problems now. Humans always can have some problems. I think we're problem-solving machines. I don't know. We like that. Why should we not exchange one problem for another problem? Why should we be afraid of the problem, the challenge? Lunar human, blue monkey. We playfully, the point, and then the electric tone in this voice spell is the Skywalker. Bringing heaven to earth, making life good for ourselves, exploring life, whatever that means, exploring how do we feel good, what's good for us, individually, collectively. And how do we solve problems? We can't live without them, I think. Whatever we consider a problem to be. If I haven't solved the equation of, or haven't found the Higgs boson yet, or God knows what, it's not a problem. But I spend my life solving. It's more like an equation. I wish we could remove the word problem from our language. It's It's a complete misnomer of anything and everything. There's no such thing as a problem. There's only a situation that requires a different solution or something, I don't know, requires creativity, requires change, something. So there's never going to be a problem, ever. And you can say, yeah, but there's war, that's a problem. Yeah, if you're in it, ask yourself, what are you doing? What is this? You know, if we're not in it, what are they doing? It's a problem, but it's a challenge to be solved. And why are we perpetuating it? We're not solving, we're perpetuating the problems. Yeah, if we are doing that, then we can ask ourselves why. But I'm not talking about anyone else who creates anything else. I'm talking about you, I'm talking about me. There isn't ever going to be a problem ever again, because any situation is simply a situation that is asking for a different solution. And you have 100% jurisdiction in your own life experience. It's whatever karma is being played out on the planet. If we don't understand it, we judge it. I can say a horrible thing. Like, if you knew, I mean, we can look at the atrocities inflicted on people on this planet. And if you understand, or if you believe, it's possible for a person to return and have a lot of atrocity inflicted upon themselves. Not by an evil God, but by the amount of guilt that soul carries, that attracts trouble, problems, atrocities, whatever. And that is the way the soul learns the consequences of their acts, their thoughts, their beliefs. Every human goes through that. Every one of us. That is the path. That's what it means to be human. It's part of it. Do you have to take it to that extreme? Maybe we all have been there already who are not there today. We've been through horrific war situations in past lives. And we've learned how not to be in those situations anymore. We've learned how to be peaceful with each other. We've learned how is life easy, how to live, enjoy on this planet. No need to cause a war. No need to participate in one either. And those who still are, well, that's, you also don't take a child out of kindergarten and say, go work. It's like not ready. It says it's a developmental stage. So can we hold space for that and understand that will end? And maybe it will never end, because new souls will come in and need to go through that. So maybe there will always be areas on the planet that will maintain war and horrors, because that still is a part of what certain souls, I don't know, it's just an offering of a possibility or a possible paradigm. It's difficult to say be at peace with the wars on the planet, because to many people or to the horrors on the planet, because to many of us that means you don't care about it. It means you don't care about the suffering of others. No, it doesn't. Absolutely it doesn't. Wisdom, yellow human, free will, wisdom. What would wisdom do? What would wisdom say? What would love say? So we each get to find our own way here on this planet. And we each get to support whoever we support, whoever we can support, whoever can be choosing us for their support. And vice versa. If I try to support someone who's absolutely not interested in my kind of support, that is going to just be not a nice experience. So why? No need to change anyone else. No need to push my wisdom on anyone else, which is for me, this channel is such a joy because I just get to explore myself and do this talking. My whisper, I'm magnetic sun. I am electrified by communication. It kicks my dress up. It just blows my, I don't know, it just puts the wind beneath my wings of my own, I don't know what. I enjoy talking. I enjoy expressing myself. I really do. And it doesn't matter if anybody listens to this. This is the funniest thing. I do notice now and then my ego or something is like, well, but I can't even look at, like, has anybody listened? Because I know some of you listen on different apps to YouTube. Must be, because sometimes I get a feedback, I listen to your episode or this or this or that, and it doesn't even show that anybody's listened to the episode. YouTube doesn't show it. So, I don't know. So I can't go by that. So like, it's meaningless. And it doesn't matter. And if it gives anyone anything, great. It gives me something, and that's great. That's enough. It makes me a happier, more balanced person. And mission accomplished. I've made the world a better place because I made myself a better person. No judgment. No ego. Just joy. Pure joy. So, solar storm day. Oh, ay. Let's keep moving. Let's keep shining. Let's keep flowing. Let's keep growing. Let's keep exploring. Let's keep communicating. Let's keep honing in on the silence within. You can listen. I'm looking at a bouquet of white tulips. I got a bouquet of white tulips from my boyfriend the other day, and a very beautiful belated birthday present and card. He didn't have time on my birthday to take care of anything, so it's a few weeks later now, and got a bouquet of white tulips, and I can sit here and listen to the silence inside the flowers, inside these flower pots. They're open, but they're not wide open. They're open like a cup. And there's a deep stillness inside there. The air doesn't move inside there because there's no wind that enters. And yet the air does move so softly. And it's quiet by human standards. If I had quantum ears or something, I would probably be hearing roaring noises of atoms. Or maybe not. They don't brush against each other. There's so much space there. Oh, God. Who knows what it sounds like in the universe? Is it music, or is it noise, or is it... What does the universe sound like? It depends on the frequencies we're able to hear. Enjoy your own frequency. Connect with the sun, whether you see the sun or not. Solar intentions. Send your intentions to the sun and receive the nourishment of the photons. And our own bodies produce photons. I learned that the other day. Apparently, mostly around the head and neck area. Go figure. Photons of light. The heart must be producing something else. They didn't say a lot of photons are produced around the heart. The heart directs the current of the photons. How about that? The heart is the master. Let your heart be a master of your mind, not the other way around. Anyway, who's guiding us today? I should know it's the wave spell after the wind. Eagle, vision, the visionary. Good morning. My stomach is like, why is there still nothing here? I'm ready. Where's my food? Why do you want food, by the way? You don't need it, do you? Got a cup of golden milk here. Wait, it's getting cold. Golden milk with melted shea butter. It's very delicious. Very delicious. I'm gonna read us one quote for today. I think this up in this phone. I'm not logged in. I take risks without fear. I cross the walls and I can choose my own achievement. I repeat this one. Beautiful. I take risks without fear. I cross the walls and I can choose my own achievement. Amen. Oh, there's no one. Consciousness exists independent of biology. Yeah. Consciousness exists independent of biology. You exist independent of yourself, by the way. Or do you? Lol. Okay. I wish us a beautiful, stormy day. Solar storm. Oh, it starts again. I just tune in and it just, I don't know. I need to keep hydrated today because if I tune into this, I'm going to fire and blow a lot of wind and fire and heat. I gotta stay hydrated. Drink lots of water today, Tatiana. Okay, my beautiful friends and family. I'm sending you lots of love. Hope you're doing all right. Thank you for listening if you made it till here. Thank you for not listening if you didn't. We're connected in the ether of time. Take care. Oh.